Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I'm super excited to be stamping with you today, as always, of course. But I have this beautiful, simple card that I made from the new catalog, and you might recognize the stamp set because it is what you see all over the cover of the new catalog, and it's this amazing set called Jar of Love, and there's all kinds of fabulous pieces, 37 to be exact, which is pretty cool. And it makes gorgeous cards with 3 different sizes of jars and all sorts of accessories and things to fill it up with. I love this set. I'm also using some of the new in colors. So let me get this out of the way. I have Peekaboo Peach, Flirty Flamingo. Those are 2 new in colors. And then I'm also combining it with some old colors, Pool Party and Pear Pizzazz. So I have these colors to make this card. Let me show you how easy it is. First of all, I have to tell you, speaking of old versus new, I was in the car with my kids today and my daughter said something like, "I can't believe you're 42, or you don't seem 42, or something like that. It was just my birthday a couple weeks ago. And I thought, well, gosh, where is that coming from? And she's like, "You're too cool to be 42. I thought, oh, that's just the sweetest thing a girl could say. So I love that. Now I'm using those 2 new in colors as the base colors of my cardstock. So I have a half a sheet of Peekaboo Peach, and I just love how bright and happy this color is. And then I have some Flirty Flamingo, which is such a fun name, Flirty Flamingo. And then, of course, my piece of white. If you go to my blog, the link will be in the description of this video. I will show you the dimensions that I used, or I will list the dimensions I used. So I'm stamping my jar in Pool Party ink. And then in this, you're going to laugh. So there's this piece right here, and this is the water that goes in the jar, at the bottom of the jar. But I was seriously looked at this and I'm like, wow, there's like a saucepan in there. That's weird. Where's the handle? Nope, that's not what it is. Anyway, now for this, I'm going to stamp off. So I'm just actually going to stamp it off like right where it would go normally under my card stuck. How do you like that for sneaky? I'm doing that because I'm not sure where my scrap paper is and I don't want to take the time to look for it. Okay, then I'm going to stamp the little greenery that comes in that stamp set just off to the side like so. And then I'm going to, actually I do need a scrap piece of paper. Gotta have one lying around here somewhere. Yes, I do. I do need a scrap piece of paper because I am going to die cut out and pop up this flower. So let me show you how I did that. First of all, I'm going to stamp off a little bit of it. And let me tell you about stamping off. You can stamp off light like that, where you don't stamp too much off, like your quick touch, or when you really push down and let go, you get lighter shades. So do you see the difference? I hope you can see that. So I'm going to go with this one because it's just got a little bit more color. And then I'm going to take the detail image and stamp that in Flirty Flamingo right over the top. And what I love about this is there isn't necessarily like a perfect way to stamp it. It's just kind of, it doesn't line up exactly anywhere. So that's kind of cool. And then, oh, I really got ink on that one. Then I'm going to stamp this full strength in Peekaboo Peach. That's like a tongue twister. Sheesh. Okay, so then I will die cut this out. And that is super easy with the little framelit that will cut this right out. And I'm going to take a dimensional and pop that up just to make it fun. Now, before I adhere it, I'm just going to place it right here to hold the spot. And then I'm going to take the cute little flower that comes in the set and just stamp a couple of those around just to kind of fill out my jar a little bit, like so. Isn't that cute? Okay, we can go ahead and adhere this down. And then last but not least, I'm going to add, almost last, I'm going to add a little ribbon. So this is our new ruched ribbon. I think that's how you say this. I hope. It's so cute. And what I like about this ribbon especially is that it lies, I mean, look at how thin that is. The bow, you can tie a knot with it or a bow with it, and it is really flat, so the post office doesn't freak out when you try and mail it. That, my friends, is the definition of a very good ribbon. And I'll put that right on my card. And all I need to do to finish this up, besides glue it together, is stamp the sentiment. And this is the most sweet sentiment ever. It says, "Throw kindness around like confetti." How sweet is that? So I will just put this together and my card is done. That's all there is to it. So easy. I just love how awesome that is. Now, the other thing that's just so cool about this set, and I can't wait to do this because literally I've only had this stamp set for a few days, is you can make shaker cards with these cute little jars, and some of the images that come in the stamp set you can use to make a shaker. So for instance, I'm really looking forward to doing something with this cute fishy and putting the fish in there and have stuff swimming around. Oh, I can't wait. So I hope you liked this project. Please go to my blog and check out all the super awesome things that I've done with it there. I shouldn't say all the super awesome things because I've literally only made one more card so far. That's this one, which I think is adorable, of course. This uses several of the in colors as well, plus Pool Party, so really fun. Anyway, check them out on my blog, and if you love this video, would you share it with your friends? I'd be so appreciative. Thank you so much for stamping with me today, guys. Have a great day. Bye!